Hello, this is Maven, and welcome to my channel. If today felt emotionally heavy, take this moment for yourself. The topic of this video is called Why Trauma Bonds Feel Like Love. If you've ever wondered why it's so hard to leave a narcissistic relationship, or why the connection still feels powerful even after everything that's happened, you may have encountered something called a trauma bond. Many survivors of narcissistic abuse describe the relationship as feeling incredibly tense. Sometimes it feels like deep love. Sometimes it felt like emotional chaos. And those experiences often existed side by side. If you've ever felt that confusing pull, you're not alone. And today we're going to gently explore why trauma bonds can feel so much like love. One of the most painful emotional parts of recovering from a narcissistic relationship is the confusion that lingers afterwards. You might look back at the relationship and see that it was clearly unhealthy. You may remember moments of manipulation, criticism, or emotional distance. And yet, part of you still remembers the moments that felt meaningful. Maybe there were times when the narcissist seemed incredibly attentive. Maybe they made you feel uniquely understood. Or maybe the connection felt unusually intense in the beginning. When those memories surface, people often ask themselves a very difficult question. Was any of it real? That question can create a lot of emotional conflict because you can experience things that did feel real, but the emotional pattern behind it was very different from healthy love. A trauma bond forms when emotional closeness is mixed with emotional harm. Many narcissistic relationships, affection and attention appear to be one and the same in unpredictable cycles. There may be moments of warmth, connection, and intense emotional closeness. But those motions and moments often followed by withdrawal, criticism, confusion, or emotional distance. This pattern creates a powerful psychological loop. Your brain begins to associate the relationship with emotional relief. When the narcissist becomes kind again after a difficult moment, it can feel incredibly meaningful. The nervous system interprets that relief as connection. Over time, though, this cycle can create a very deep attachment. Not because the relationship was healthy, but because the brain became conditioned to seek the moments when the tension would finally ease. And that cycle of tension and relief is often created into a trauma bond. And because those moments of connection felt emotionally powerful, the attachment can feel very similar to love. Understanding trauma bonds can be deeply relieving for many survivors. It helps explain why leaving the relationship felt so difficult, and why the emotional pull may still linger even after the relationship ends. Your mind wasn't choosing pain. Your nervous system was responding to a powerful emotional pattern. Human beings are naturally wired to form attachments. And when those attachments are formed, they turn into an unpredictable emotional scenario. And in those environments, the bond becomes even stronger. Recognizing this pattern isn't about blaming yourself. It's about understanding how your brain adapted to a complicated emotional experience. And once that pattern becomes visible, it slowly becomes easier to step outside of it If you've been questioning your feelings or wondering why the connection felt so strong, learning about trauma bonds can help bring clarity. What you experienced wasn't simply love. It was an emotional cycle that created a powerful attachment. And as you begin to understand that pattern, the confusion often begins to fade. And healing from a trauma bond takes time, but every moment of understanding helps loosen that hold they once held. And the fact that you're learning about these patterns now means that you're already moving towards a clearer, healthier future. Thank you for listening. I'm Maven from Narc Free Maven. My goal with these videos is to create a calm, steady space for people healing from narcissistic and emotional abuse. A place where your mind can slow down, your nervous system can breathe, and you can begin to feel the clarity that comes one step at a time. If this video brought even a small sense of comfort to you or peace tonight, I invite you to subscribe and click the notification bell so you can be gently notified when a new calming SAM or video recovery episode is uploaded. You don't have to figure everything out at the moment. Just focus on taking care of yourself one moment at a time. Until next time, be gentle with yourself. Breathe deeply, and remember, clarity changes everything.